This is a story of Dave and Sharon finally living their dreams of sailing to the Caribbean and beyond. Join us while we share our adventures from getting the boat ready and embarking on our cruising life.
Today we're running 3/0 cable from the SETI. So we get it in here, and it conveniently will go in the water runoff with plenty of room for the water to keep going. And then in here I had to go up there. There's no room to get it down in the, I wanted to get it down in the bilge here, but wanted to get it down in the bilge, but there's no room. The water tank is in the way of stuff, so we're going to come across here, go into here, and then down where the air conditioning lines were put in, and then we should be able to, should be a smooth run from there around into the engine room, and then eventually I'll put a box over these. Installing the Renogy LiFePO 4 batteries, and they're going in the SETI. We lost all this storage space. Have some on top here, but so here we have is a fiber board for the batteries to sit on. Another fiber board for the buses to go on, and fuses, etc. And then I put access holes so I can get down and get these wires. I've got 3/0 wires here. I had to put, one's marked with black on the end because I had to get a roll of red. I couldn't find short enough affordable wire. It was cheaper to buy 100 feet of it. And now I really don't want to do 3/0 to go from the batteries over to the board, so I'm going to end up selling the rest of that roll of wire and get probably one AWG to go across there. And now you can see I've got it I got it used West System thickened epoxy in a tube to do all of mounting there. I've got some boards underneath here and epoxied those, and as you can see, it kind of hard to get it down because of the curve of the boat. It was hard to get these just right, so I got an extra board under here for this one to sit on, and then these here are for straps, the battery straps, and then I'm going to have to add something along here to hold the battery from going back and forth that way. Probably just a piece of wood or aluminum angle or something like that. Then we'll just screw those in. So what I did is I laid some epoxy cloth over here. Epoxied some cloth over just the top of the board. Does two things. One, it gives a little more stiffness, and it gives me something a little harder for the screws to bite into. Alright, so we're continuing putting the batteries in, and what we need to do is, I've got strap areas right here. We needed to keep it from going that way, so what I have is some angle bracket, and we put on the outside here to make a lip. Keep that there, plus we're going to put some, and I'll show you a little bit later, we're going to put some toolbox liner all along here to get a little, so it's not so slippery on that. Get a little bit of grip on there. I'm going to put the other one in over here and mark it where I want to drill the holes. And then drill holes, and then we'll come in and get those batteries lined up on there. Alright, so I have now have the, let's get it down here. I now have this and this, which is the 2 angle brackets. And I guess I didn't do that one right. Oh boy. Well, I got the length right. I didn't get this right. It's supposed to be 6. Huh. Okay, we'll go cut that. I got plenty of this stuff. So we have our angle brackets put in. So these can't move anywhere. We got a mat to put down. Looks like I could trim a little more off it, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think it matters. Finally finished putting the cables from the batteries to the bars. The next step is to do in the engine room before I hitch up right over here the negative, because I have a shunt. I have the Victron shunt that's going to come in, go across there, and it's in the engine room right now on the old bank. So the next step is to switch the banks over and then get this guy up and charging and going. But at this point, we're going to wait just a little bit because our Jabsco freshwater pump quit on us yet again. I don't think it was, what, 4 months old? 6 months. 6 months old, quit on us. So we're going to switch over to Seaflow, and we're going to try a Seaflow 55 series if hopefully we can get it at Camping World. There's a couple other places, but they may have to order it. And it was low enough price that I'm just going to pick 2 of them up, and we're switching that whole pump system over to Seaflow and see how that holds up. Our freshwater system pump keeps going out, and I've been using, what is the ones? Jabsco. This last one lasted about 6 months, so we're going to switch over to Seaflow. And Seaflow has a new model out, which is 42, which is, where is it here? The Flow, 3 gallons per minute, which is the same, and it's 55 pounds per square inch. So it's right in the same spec area. We'll see how long this one lasts, see if it gives us a little better performance or longevity than the other ones. Alright, so we put the Seaflow pump in there, Seaflow 24 series. Just replace it. There's a screener. Can you open the sink faucet and then turn the switch on for the water? Alright. Nice and quiet too. We won't be able to hear this one. Alright. She said it's real strong now, so excuse me. Alright, so we got that in. It's 55 pounds per square inch, 3 gallons a minute. And it's a diaphragm, 5 diaphragm pump, and it runs quiet as can be. So, done. Now we have to come over here and do this mess of wiring down in here. Connect those batteries up to the board. Disconnect these batteries in the engine room, and we've been rewiring the battery bank from the new one, from the old one, right down here. And I brought these lines in, and that's the old switch. And I can't really get back in here without pulling that whole switch off. I don't want to do that right now. So what we're gonna do is I have big blocks. So there's the negative block, and that's coming in from the house bank. And then here's a positive block. That's positive, so we get it away from the negative. And I'm about to put an end on this cable to match that up. Have a couple more little gauges I need to connect, which I'll put up in here. Right now I have all of the MPPTs off and the chargers, so we about ready to do it, and then I have to haul all these batteries out of here. This is going to become storage for engine parts. We'll get some bins to put down in here, plastic bins. Hopefully they'll fit, and we'll have engine parts in there. Alright, so we finally finished the lithium batteries, Renogy lithiums. I had to get a different fuse block, so now I have an A&L fuse block. The one that I had was too big for the A&L. And then I just connected up the shunt for the Victron and had to make a cable, which comes out here right now, and we're going to run it under the floor with the DC cables, the 3/0 cables. We're going to just run it under there and to the engine room, because that's where the other one goes. It's just too hard to run something back this way. And she's done. And the reason I used these cables 3/0 is because that's what I had for wire, and it would just take too long. We'd have to order, if it was smaller, 1/0, I would have to order it off the internet, and we don't have the time to wait for it to come in. And we already paid for this, so we might as well use it. And it's flexible enough, so everything fit inside nicely. So we have these bars here and here, and that way every single one of these wires is the exact same length, so they all go crisscross down in here, because some of them are close and some of them are far. Basically it's let's see, this is negative over here, comes to right here, and that's the length of the wires, because this positive goes over here, but whoever was furthest away was the longest wire. So now they'll all balance off. And their Renogy's come over here and open up the Renogy, and right there it will, let's wait, it will tell us what the batteries are. I think they run at 84%. So this one's 85. So if we click on that, it'll tell us what the batteries are. Bluetooth in every one of them.
We took the windows, side windows, the screens, so we can do some sewing.
But before we go, we need to do a little repairs on the bimini top. The lunch, salad for lunch.
The bimini top over the cockpit. You see, I am washing it. You can see some of the soap still, but I'm washing it, and I'm going to be rinsing it, and then put 303 on it to waterproof it. Because if we don't do that, then the water collects and drips down into the cockpit. So now I have it hanging to dry. I'll flip it over to the other side when this is mostly dry, and then I'll do that 303 protectant. And here is Dave. He followed a video on how to do maintenance, tuning, see if you can fix this so it will sew.
It is sewing.
And now he's testing it.
It's sewing now. So this is what we get after we do some alignment. A little bit of repair and alignment on the sewing machine, on the LSZ1.
It's an Ultra.
Ultra. No, it's an LSZ1
Oh, whatever.
Sailrite. So now everything is coming out really well.
Instead of spending 4 hours like we did yesterday trying to sew 5 minutes worth of sewing.
And Sharon was ready to give our sewing machine away yesterday.
I was.
Oh, ye of little faith in your husband being able to fix things.
We're doing a patch for the strap.
Yeah, we're adding an extra layer where we have to put a strap across to hold part of the bimini top up so it doesn't puddle with rain.
Someday we'll redo the whole top. Get a whole new bimini top. New everything.
Probably go with a lighter color.
Yeah, we didn't mind
Tan
this.
or
Close enough though. Yeah, so it'll reflect the sun rather than absorbing it, the heat. We want to say thank you to all of our viewers who have subscribed and commented. We appreciate your support and feedback. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. This really helps us build our channel up so we can keep bringing you more videos.